Hello, I'm Skylar Evans from News Center Fairbanks, and I'm here with fellow News Center Fairbanks alum, now Executive Director of the United Way of the Tanana Valley, Sarah Hollister. Now, we are here because we're teaming up with the United Way and our sponsor groups, Walden Home Group and Bailey's Furniture, for the 2024 annual Coat Drive. Now, Sarah, can you tell us about the Coat Drive and why it's so important to our community?
Yeah, so the Coat Drive is one of our bigger events of the year. It really goes to help those in need. So a lot of people in Fairbanks don't necessarily have the means to get coats for their whole family, especially if you're new in town, you have lots of children. So the Coat Drive means that everybody gets coats for the winter and is able to stay warm. And they also benefit many of our nonprofit partners. Presbyterian Hospitality House always needs coats for their kids. The senior center, those that are elderly need coats this year, so it helps the whole community.
All right, now, what would you say you're looking forward to most about the Coat Drive this year?
Oh, by far the best part of the Coat Drive is giving the coats to those in need. Seeing people's faces when they receive these coats can mean the difference of a good day and a bad day. You know, people come in here and no one wants to ask for a free coat, but they need it. And so being able to provide that support, being able to show that the community truly cares about everyone is definitely the best part of this job.
Well, it is, what I've often heard described as the great unifier of Alaska. It doesn't matter anything about who you are as a person. Human beings all freeze at the same temperature. That's one of the great things that brings us all together. Now, on that note, what goals do you have for the Coat Drive this year, and what can we do to help surpass them?
Oh, yeah. So our goals this year is definitely getting the whole community involved. So if you look through your closet, you have some 1980s fashion you would like to donate. It's actually in style again, so go ahead and give it to us. We also really need hats, gloves, socks. Hoodies are always a big time asked for. So any kind of warm weather gear, snow pants. We especially need children's coats. That's always a big ask, and we don't always get as many of those. So if you have those extra coats or boots, we also take boots. So anything you have, we'll take it. And that's our goal, just to get the whole community involved. Everybody can find something they don't use anymore and give it to somebody in need.
Absolutely. And I do want to tack on, children need hats and coats and all that. Our schools still have recess up until -20, so that's a really important thing to make sure that kids have the supplies they need to get out there and play safely while it's still relatively warm enough to do so. So if you've got any new or lightly used winter gear, you can bring it over to our sponsor groups, Walden Home Group over at 728 Gaffney or Bailey's Furniture at 1916 South Cushman. Everything that's donated will be cleaned by Northern Laundry Services and then brought over to the United Way, where Sarah and her crew will make sure it gets out to the people who need it most.